The announcement by Dr. He in China came as a great shock and a surprise and as a truly unfortunate development. He basically trod all over international consensus about ethical limits about gene editing, saying that they should not now be applied to human embryos that would be reimplanted, and did all of that. And now there are two little girls in China, the first ones ever to have their genomes manipulated in this way, in a fashion that really shouldn't have happened. The science of gene editing, in this case misused, has enormous potential for benefit. I'm on my way to a major meeting to talk about how we are likely to cure sickle cell disease with this same gene editing strategy, but by treating adults, not embryos. There is no ethical controversy about using this to fix the hemoglobin genes in the bone marrow of somebody who has a terrible blood disease. And yet I am a little concerned that with all of this attention to this unethical action in China, that people may assume that gene editing is intrinsically something that we should not be investigating. That would be a terrible tragedy. One of the greatest hopes that we now have for those thousands of genetic diseases where we know the DNA misspelling is to utilize this strategy on adults or on kids, but not on embryos, to fix the problem and to give those folks a chance to lead normal, happy lives, which is what medicine's all about. We all worried that at some point there might come a time where somebody would take it upon themselves to apply this same technology to an embryo and then try to create a baby from that. But I did not expect it to happen at this point or in such a bold, audacious way by an investigator who did all of this in secret, whose absolute disregard for ethical principles is breathtaking. That was unanticipated, that it would be such a complete bald-faced way of ignoring all of the principles that the community had developed over these years. Boldness in science is considered to be a good thing, and we always celebrate those who are willing to try something that's a little outrageous, but not when it involves human subjects, not when it involves misrepresenting to participants the risks and benefits of an intervention, not when it crosses the boundaries of ethical limits that virtually everybody has agreed to. This will not be looked at in 20 years as a major advance. It will be looked at as a shining example of how a rogue scientist was capable to hide what he was doing, cross boundaries, and actually cast very negative light on the scientific community's ability to manage their own affairs.